Hiya, how are you doing? I'm trying a new camera out, so hopefully it all goes smoothly and well. It's late night for a bit of Extro Freddo, which is cold in Italian. So typical soft Italian soap. It's nowhere near Hydra level for menthol. It's just a pleasant menthol to use. The brush, Strike Gold Shave, POTUS. This is my snowman, as I call it, with the Timberwolf knot in it. The razor tonight, one of the shaving forums on the internet that I'm in, Yates Precision Manufacturing from the States, were good enough to offer up a razor for pass round. I'm the third person to use it. The packaging on this is out of this world. Comes in a tin, has all the specs on the back on the label. You open the tin up, has a safety sheet, a detail sheet inside which tells you what's what. So this is a 921. Then inside the packaging you have foam, which is obviously laser cut. Underneath there you have the razor. So it's a 3-piece razor in 316 stainless steel. This is it in the long handle configuration. As part of the pass round, they're also good enough to include the other 2 heads that are available. In total, the 3 heads. There's the medium head, the heavy head, or heavy duty head, and the extra heavy duty head. And there's also a second handle. So in this spec, the top cap is 16 grams, the base plate is 19 grams, the handle is 58 grams, 4 inches long, or 101.6 millimeters. Someone's been doing the research, haven't they? The blade gap on this is 0.25 inches or 0.64 millimeters, and it has a neutral blade exposure. That's the thin handle. So it is very, very thin. It's comparable to the pills for diameter wise, so yeah. Three-piece razor, very well machined, as you can see. There's the inside of the top cap, no machine markings. There's the base plate. And if you turn it off underneath, you'll see each base plate is serial numbered, and it also tells you which model it is. So that's basically the star of the show for today. The blade in there is a Super Shave X, which is in its 3rd use. These blades are they're sharp but quite forgiving, so should be quite interesting. I will be using the other plates. I may well try the next plate on my head later on. So there's the blade loaded up. There's no overhang, and the cutouts on the top cap allow you to still hold the blade. Nice idea. And I can still hold it all in one, like that, and the handle just, on we go with the handle. The head looks very Henson-like, I suppose you could say, in diameter, and there we go. There's the blade gap, and what you can see. So we'll get some heat in that. Get some water on this. And soap, brush, soap. We'll get loaded up. After the last few weeks of using samples, it's so nice to load from a tub of soap again. Yeah, you can smell the menthol. It's quite, for Scotland, this part of Scotland, it's quite nice today. I was in Aberdeen earlier. I had training today for work, so I had to do a COVID test this morning to prove I didn't have COVID before I could attend the training. That was fun. That's a good way to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, shoving things up your nose and in the back of your throat. If you're not awake when you start it, you soon are. Just like walk in the bathroom all bleary-eyed, do the throat. Yeah, I'm awake. I've got to do another one in the morning before I go back to the office, even though I work by myself. I don't share the office with anybody. Crazy world, but hey, those are the times we live in. I hope you're all safe and well. Right, while I'm lathering up, I'll give you the details on the other plates. The short handle is 3 1/4 inches, and it's a short and stubby thing. It's an ounce heavier than the handle I've currently got on. It's very short and very stubby. And we shall see how that one pans out. The H plate has a 0.4 inch blade gap, which is 1.02 millimeters, and has a positive exposure. You don't get any details on the site as to what that positive exposure is. The plate I'm using today is neutral exposure, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's just say a blade gap of 0.64, so it's akin to a Game Changer, 0.68. The extra heavy plate has a 0.5 inch blade gap, which is 1.27 millimeters. That's getting up there. That's up past the home like even start. That has a positive exposure of 0.0009 inches or 0.23 millimeters. The basic razor with one base plate and top cap, depending on which finish you choose, retails for $125. The price is pretty good, and they do have bundle deals on the site. There will be a link in the description below where you can pick up the razor. The long handle is the default handle that I'm using tonight, and 2 base plates for $140. But the price varies slightly depending on what finish you go for on the razor. I'll say this soap, Italian, and it's not a freezing menthol, it's a nice cooling. Doesn't taste too well either. I'll probably overload the hell out of it, but hey. So if you haven't done so yet, hop over to Johan's channel, Shave and Butcher. Wish him happy birthday. He's 3. I think he meant that's the number of years he's been doing YouTube, or possibly his mental age, I'm not too sure. Johan, thanks to the entertainment the last few years, the wit, the banter, the crap jokes, and here's to another couple of years, at least. Yeah, we're starting to fly now, so we're getting hydrated. Right, that'll do. So we've got the Yates Precision Manufacturing 921M with Super Shaver X Platinum. Literally in from work, the box has arrived. The angle is almost set for you and quite intuitive. Yeah, I'm looking at the new camera and I've got a setting turned on called Zebra, which shows you the bits that might be overexposed. Doesn't like shaving lathers. I think that'll be getting turned off. I've got no complaints with the audio on the Razor. This is, when did I shave last? Sunday? Yeah, when we came back from down south. So it may well be the normal plate, but it can cope admirably even with a beard growth like mine, which is pretty thick. So the way these pass-ons work is basically the manufacturers offer them up to the forum. You make a list. They generally limit it to 25 people. Obviously person one uses it, cleans it, sterilises it and posts it to person two, and so it continues. The general rule of thumb is keep and use it for a couple of weeks. Should be long enough for you to have a decent go with it, especially if there's only one base plate with it. In this case it's a bit different because there's three, but still only keep it to 2 weeks. That was the soap before we send it on to the next on the list. Yates were good enough to send over 2 razors, one for the UK and one for Europe, so there's not customs charges whizzing around backwards and forwards and getting held, and so that was very good of them. I think, I'm not sure who it's Jake who makes them over there, or what his name is. However, if you happen to see this and watch it, thank you very much for the Against the Grain forum pass round. You can certainly feel the menthol a little bit more on this, but it's not in the cryogen levels. razor is very comfortable to use. I'll show you, the shaving angle is a bit like the Henson. Easy to find, keep and use. I need to do a head shave after my tea, after dinner tonight. So I'll move all back the next plate on and do the first pass with it over the head with a long handle. That's always a good way for me to assess a razor, I think. It doesn't draw any blood and it's comfortable on the head. It'll be fine on the face. Plenty of slickness in Extro. So reference new camera then. Do you notice the difference? I'm only recording in 1080p at 30 frames a second. I'm going to process it exactly the same manner as I did before. If anybody wants to know what it is, it's a Sony ZV-1. So yes, you spend God knows how much on razors when you blow the best part of £600 on a camera. This YouTube lark's really cheap if you don't want to use a phone. It's the first time I've used it for video, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like. I haven't even done a test video with it. I just turned it on tonight and then just went for it. And we'll see what the results are like. There's the chin weepers way. Ever since the R41, just can't get them to stop. I thought we had them cured until that thing came along. There's not a lot left. I think I'm shaving at this moment in time purely for self-indulgence. Very comfortable to buff with. Yeah, there we go. There's the R41 weepers. Right. As per normal, time for a face wash. Right. As far as shaves go, comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Post shave, I've got Alcolado Glacial, which is, it's got a bit of alcohol in it. It's a mentholated splash. Discovered this in Tenerife a few years ago. Ooh, alcohol. Ooh, yes, alcohol. Ooh. That was worse than the COVID test this morning. So I bought this little bottle. It's this 125ml, something like that. Went back the next year, I thought, market small. Couldn't find it anywhere. It's readily available on eBay. But it's got a decent kick with the alcohol in it. I'm staying mentholated again. This is a L'Oreal one. Again, I bought for a holiday in Tenerife, so it's a bit warm. It's basically a clear gel. It's quite thin and runny, but it'll do the job quite nicely. Okay, Extro Cosmesi Freddo. That was what we used, the soap we used tonight. And we lathered up with Strike Gold Shave POTUS with a Timberwolf not in 24ml. Probably the most ergonomic handle I've used, that shape. That is a very close second, the one I used in the last video. The blade was a Super Shave X Platinum, and it's still in the razor, which was undoubtedly the star of the show. Yates Precision Manufacturing 921M with a 4-inch long handle. Comfortable shave, very comfortable shave. The other plates will be interesting to try. I'm looking forward to trying them. That's it folks, we're done. If you have any comments, leave them below. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.